A 16-year-old student in North Carolina suspended for using the term illegal aliens in an English class has now won his legal battle against Davidson County schools. Let's bring in the student's mom, Leah McGhee, and Liberty Justice Center Senior Counsel, Dean McGee, not related. Thank you both for coming on. We appreciate it. Leah, to you first. He used the term illegal aliens, right? He actually said, are you talking about space aliens or illegal aliens who need a green card? And the school said that it was racially insensitive behavior. Where is the racial insensitivity in the phrase illegal alien?
It doesn't exist, which is exactly why his father and I chose to move forward with this lawsuit. This is a term that is found in our federal code, but the school administrators told my son that he is not allowed to use that term on schoolhouse grounds. So we had no choice but to move forward and proceed with a lawsuit.
Yeah. You know, Dean, it's kind of amazing to me because I was kind of doing a little bit of research for this interview tonight. And sure enough, when you look up the immigration law, and the phrase is right there in immigration law, it says illegal alien. That's the term. That's the legal term. It's the proper term. It's the correct term. It's not something you get kicked out of school for.
Well, it's the legal term. It's a term used by the Supreme Court. And even if the school administrators didn't like the term for whatever reason, they or any other government official can't punish people for using speech just because they're sensitive to it. So we had a very straightforward First Amendment case, and we're very pleased to get it resolved for Christian.
Yeah, it is good news there. But then there's some follow-up here, Leah, because apparently because of this, your son allegedly was bullied by some students at school. I mean, it seems like the school once bullied your son, bullied the family, and now he goes back to school and some of the students bullied him. Tell us about that.
Yeah, you're right, Trace. So when this happened, we were unable to appeal the suspension because it was less than 10 days. Let that sink in for a moment. Racism is only a 3-day suspension with no option of appeal when it should be equal to hate speech. So we went and spoke in front of the school board, and because I pushed back, the school board went and found a 15-year-old arrest record of mine for DUI. And they printed that out and shared it through text with mothers, teachers, our state senator, Steve Jarvis. They encouraged them to share this on social media. And because they did that, Christian was bullied and harassed, and we eventually chose to remove him from the school. It was the most egregious, tacky form of weaponization of government that I've ever been exposed to.
It really
and
is.
In a stunning turn of events, Trey, the school board member who chose to share my past recently just received a DWI of her own when she was in a head-on collision that put 2 children in her school district in the hospital, and has yet to even receive a mugshot that would come out publicly. So it's a lot deeper than the school board here.
It seems to me, Dean, that there have to be bigger consequences. I know you got the payout, and I know, but it seems to me like there has to be more because, you know, this is something the school's like, yeah, fine, we'll just brush this away and get it. It has to be. I mean, I know this is why you fight these things all the time, Dean, but it seems like the consequences need to be more severe.
Well, we fight this at every level of government. And I will say that schools are taking this seriously. I had a school board attorney reach out to me just last week about to present to a conference of school board attorneys throughout the state of North Carolina. He wanted to hear our story because he's using this as a cautionary tale to warn his colleagues and school boards around the state and really around the country of the consequences of these actions. So, you know, we're pleased with the result we got for Christian, and schools are listening, and they should. There was no reason for it to ever reach this level.
Yeah. Well, listen, best of luck to Christian. Leah McGhee, thank you for coming on. Dean McGee, thank you as well. It was a good battle. Glad you won. Thank you.